In a bustling city nestled between towering skyscrapers and bustling streets, there lived a young man named Ethan. From the outside, Ethan seemed to have it all: a promising career in a prestigious firm, a loving family, and friends who admired his charm and wit. Yet, deep within him, a sense of dissatisfaction simmered. Ethan woke up every morning to the same routine: a hurried breakfast, a commute filled with honking horns and impatient drivers, and long hours at a job that seemed to drain more from him than it gave. As days turned into weeks and weeks into months, Ethan found himself increasingly resentful of his life. One evening, on his way home from work, Ethan stopped by a park where he used to spend hours as a child, lost in the magic of imagination. Sitting on a weathered bench under the shade of an old oak tree, he watched children laugh and play, carefree and unburdened by the worries that plagued his mind. Suddenly, an elderly man with a gentle smile approached Ethan. "Beautiful evening, isn't it?" he remarked, taking a seat beside him. Ethan nodded absent-mindedly, his thoughts still tethered to the monotony of his existence. "You seem troubled, young man," the old man observed kindly. With a sigh, Ethan confessed, "I feel like I'm stuck in a rut. Every day is the same, and I can't shake this feeling that there's more to life than what I'm experiencing." The old man chuckled softly. "Ah, the quest for meaning. I've been where you are, son. Sometimes it's not about changing your circumstances, but changing how you see them." Perplexed, Ethan asked, "How do I do that?" "Let me tell you a story," the old man began, his eyes twinkling with wisdom. "Once there was a merchant who traveled far and wide in search of rare treasures. One day, he came across a wise sage who promised him a magical pearl that would grant any wish. Excited, the merchant asked where he could find such a pearl. The sage smiled knowingly and said, "The pearl lies within you. It is not something to be found but something to be realized." Ethan frowned, unsure of the old man's point. "What does that have to do with me?" The old man leaned closer. "Your happiness, Ethan, isn't waiting at the end of some elusive journey. It resides within you, in how you perceive your life. Your job, your routine, they are not your enemies but opportunities. Opportunities to grow, to learn, and to find joy in the simplest moments." Reflecting on the old man's words, Ethan realized that perhaps his perspective had been skewed all this time. He had been so focused on what he lacked, the excitement of his youth, the thrill of new experiences, that he failed to appreciate the stability and security his life provided. That night, Ethan made a conscious decision to approach each day with gratitude and curiosity. He began to notice the beauty in small things: the warmth of morning sunlight streaming through his window, the laughter of his colleagues during lunch breaks, the comforting embrace of his family after a long day. Slowly but surely, Ethan's resentment transformed into acceptance and eventually into contentment. He started to engage more deeply with his work, finding satisfaction in the challenges it presented and the skills he honed. He reached out to old friends and made new connections, realizing that human connection was a source of immense joy and strength. Months passed, and Ethan found himself happier than he had ever been. He no longer dreaded Mondays or longed for Fridays. Instead, he embraced each day as an opportunity to live fully and authentically. One sunny afternoon, while walking through the park where his transformation began, Ethan spotted the old man sitting on the same weathered bench under the oak tree. With a grateful smile, Ethan approached him. "Thank you," Ethan said sincerely, for helping me see that happiness isn't about changing my life but changing how I see it." The old man nodded knowingly. "You had the pearl within you all along, Ethan. I simply reminded you where to look." As Ethan walked away, a sense of profound peace settled within him. He knew that life would continue to bring challenges and uncertainties, but he also knew that he had the power to choose how to face them, with resilience, gratitude, and an unwavering belief in the beauty of his journey. And so, Ethan's story reminds us all that happiness is not found in the absence of struggles but in our ability to embrace life with an open heart and a positive perspective. As long as we nurture gratitude, cultivate resilience, and cherish the moments that make our souls sing, we too can find fulfillment and joy in the tapestry of our lives.